Hi, I'm Lisa Whalen, author of Stable Weight, a memoir of hunger, horses, and hope. And I'm going to read a short passage from the book. This is from chapter 4, which is called Thin, Treat Yourself as Your Best Friend. And this excerpt describes how my problems with body image began. Later, Sarah would help me see that I'd collected hacks instead of acquiring knowledge. Cutting calories and fat helped me lose weight, but compromised my nutrition. Some effects were immediate: dry skin and hair, hypoglycemia, mood swings. Others didn't appear, or I didn't recognize, until adulthood. Gymnastics helped with weight loss and fueled my warped body image. I didn't care that my high school gymnastics teammates and I had lost every meet during our 9th grade season. Hobbyists with a handful of tricks, we watched other teams perform kips, flips, and twists that we had never attempted and never would. More than their talent, I envied their bodies. They stood with perfect posture, anchored by a strong core and stomachs as flat as dinner plates. They walked on colt's legs, pivoted from nipped-in waists. Their arms resembled rolling hills, ducking in at the deltoids and arcing in gentle curves from shoulder to elbow. By comparison, I looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy, but I was determined to change that. Weekly gymnastics lessons at a club in southwest Omaha ended with 20 minutes of conditioning. My classmates and I breathed like Lamaze devotees to withstand pain as we completed sprints, lunges, squats, cherry pickers, and splits with our front leg propped on a mat. From those lessons, I collected skills, but also messages about my body. Force of will can subvert the body's signals, which would only hold me back. Weakness must be overcome. I subsisted on fruit, fat-free yogurt, dry shredded wheat, cereal, and whatever family dinner presented for me to pick at. Some weeks I arrived at after-school gymnastics practice so hungry I was lightheaded and sweating before we started the warm-up. My hands and legs shook when I pirouetted on the beam. My heart pounded and sometimes skipped a beat. My vision wavered. I welcomed it all as signs of progress. Marching band rehearsals accelerated my weight loss. By Halloween, I had dropped 15 pounds. My sophomore year portrait in the yearbook, my neck appears longer, my cheekbones higher, my jawline sharper. My collarbones tinted the teal turtleneck I'd chosen to set off my eyes. But my thighs defied my authority. A donut of flesh circled the top of each so that they touched. I wanted a gap between my thighs more than anything. That gap was the pinnacle. My parents and peers noticed that I had shrunk. They began coaxing me to have a few of their French fries or a bite of their strawberry pie. I refused. "Wow, that must really satisfy, huh?" a friend carped when she saw me nibbling on dry shredded wheat in the school cafeteria. I shrugged and laughed, pretending it was a joke. I accepted others' comments with mixed feelings. Compliments about my new size warmed my chest with a happy glow. Judgment about what, when, and how much I did or didn't eat felt like efforts to control me. "Come on, eat some real food," another friend coaxed when I accepted a spoonful of sauce for ice cream, which I knew was low in fat and calories. A new arrival to the table teased, "Doesn't that break your diet?" I grew bitter at drawing criticism no matter what I ate or didn't. Mind your own business. They couldn't see that I was climbing toward something better than any food could taste. I wouldn't let anyone stand between me and the summit. I wanted everyone to stop paying attention to my eating. I grew secretive, hiding food and pretending I'd eaten it. I trained my willpower like I trained my muscles for gymnastics, exercising and stretching to make it stronger and more flexible. I grew proud of how far I could push my body without fuel. Self-discipline felt like the first power I'd ever wielded. I found it intoxicating. I became convinced that the less space I took up, the happier I'd be. But success always lay just over the next outcropping, beyond the next 100 meters sprinted or French fry refused. By the end of my sophomore gymnastics season in November, I had whittled my body to 123 pounds. Given reserves of fat I saw all over my body, however, it never occurred to me that I might be starving. I also didn't notice that the hungrier I felt, the better food tasted. In my relentless push to maximize every second for self-improvement, sitting down to eat became a comfort, a break from physical, mental, and emotional stress. The longer I starved myself, the more intricately tied eating became to relaxation and reassurance, a perfect recipe for developing an eating disorder.